Guys, we're on the South Holston River. No water running right now. On a little sight fishing. Got a pink trout magnet. No weight. And just twitching.
Oh, come on, Lou. Oh, he kissed it. He's gonna come back and dump it.
Right below us now.
Yeah. Well, and that's a tip too. If you're doing this twitching technique, don't freak out whenever that fish looks like he's about to eat it and then spins off of it. A lot of times they'll get 4 or 5 feet away and then turn back. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, and if you're in an area that's got a lot of fish and another trout or a group of trout sees a trout circling around something spinning, they want in on it too. So a lot of times the fish by itself might not eat it, but once he gets others involved, that competition factor, you'll get a lot of bites when you've got other fish that join the equation.
That fish right there. Ooh, coming out of the shadows. He's gonna eat it. Nope, his friend did though. Oh.
I'm keeping my rod tip not flat down because you got to twitch it, but also not vertical because you need a little bit of
room to set the hook.
Room to set the hook, and it's honestly not much of a hook set. A lot of these you can kind of just reel into and lean back on because they'll bite it and turn, and you're kind of just letting them set the hook a lot of times. And if you get to doing a big hook set, you'll pull it real hard if they don't have it, and they'll turn off of the bait. And as far as the reeling goes, you can see I'm just creeping it just enough to keep it off the bottom. And that's important with twitching too, is,
oh, there you go.
Just keeping it right off the bottom.
That's a beautiful rainbow. That may be wild. And every time, hook right there in the top of the mouth.
There you go.
Maybe
a little
not.
stocked fish.
Yeah, maybe not wild, but still fish all the same.
But after a good little bit, say, hey, maybe I just need to change it up, because even though they're interested in the trout magnet, that might not be the color, but they still like it enough to come check it out. So frequently change baits if you're having some interest but not catching them a ton.
That's why the kits are such a great, I mean, people always ask me, well, what colors do I need? Just buy the neon kit and the TNT kit and the classic kit, you got it covered. Personally, my favorite is the TNT kit because it's got the salmon fix, the sow bug, the root beer, and the blue dun. Blue dun's hard to see, but man, that is a phenomenal color. You also get the chartreuse G kits, which are super popular. Do you like the chartreuse G kits?
Yeah, that's what's about to go on here right now. Well, we just talked about changing up color. It's my first cast after switching. I switched to a chartreuse head and a millie trout magnet, and we got us a trout.
A lot of times those natural colors will work well later in the day. I don't fish with them very often, to tell you the truth. Most of the time I'm using neons, but here, show us what you just caught that on. So just changed it up, and that's what that guy needed to see.
He liked it.
Would you rather twitch a trout magnet,
you know the question,
or LiveScope?
Oh, I don't know the question.
What's better, polarized glasses and crystal clear water, or a screen?
I don't know, because they really get after a trout magnet twitching, and they really get after a crappie magnet on LiveScope, or without LiveScope. They just like the thing, and I just like LiveScope.
What do you think is something people mess up on a lot when it comes to twitching?
I think a lot of it's they're sitting there, you know, if you're casting a lure, you're used to feeling a bite and setting the hook. How many bites do you normally feel? Because
None.
this
Visual.
is all visual. And I mean, I was guilty. I did the same thing. I would sit there and wait to feel a bite. Meanwhile, you've had 10, 15 bites before you get one that you actually feel bite it. So, I mean,
It's one of the best and the worst things about a trout magnet is they will hit it like none other, but they will spit it out too, real quick. Some days you got a quarter of a second, some days you got half a second, some days you got 3 seconds. What are you excited about, Luke?
just doing what I love with a good buddy.
You're acting like you've got a good fish hooked up.
It's a pretty good one.
And what's he got in the top of his mouth?
That Millie Trout Magnet.
And
It's not there anymore.
I'm just kidding. Did you see him eat it?
Yeah, I just saw him. He came straight over to it and didn't think about it.
He just came straight over and sucked it in.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's awesome. That was an 18, 19-inch fish.
I think there's plenty more in here. Look at that one coming.
Oh my gosh.
Who cares if you miss one? Just cast again.
That's a tank. That's a tank.
That's why you don't freak out. Because when it looked like he ate it about 3 times, didn't it?
Yeah. Let me get this net.
All right.
And you're using 2-pound SOS, right?
2 pound. I'll get his head up on this next go around. Get him.
Sorry, I could have netted him about 4 times.
That's all right. He's pinned pretty good, man.
Good job. What a stud, man. Okay.
All right, guys. It's gonna close us out here on twitching, and you've seen what we've done. Got light line, 2-pound line, 2-pound Phantom fluorocarbon leader. And you really just have to keep changing up baits, keep a good eye, polarized sunglasses especially. That's real clear water, but I wouldn't see any of these without good shades. There's a lot of great companies out there. And just fish it slow, keep it just above the bottom, and you're gonna catch some nice fish like that. Hook popped right out. There he is right there. That is a solid rainbow trout from the South Holston. Get him out. Alrighty. Awesome day.
I think he's got buddies.
Oh, he's got buddy.